So good morning, everyone. So let's start. Let's revise the installation topic. So in the last two classes, we discussed about the SAP installations. Okay, SAP installations, SAP installation prerequisites, how to perform the installations, how to download the softwares, what softwares we have to download it. So what is the port number, how to perform all these things. So we discussed it till now. So the main classes will start from, so after the installation, so work process overview, jobs, so everything, installation, post steps, everything will start from now onwards. Okay, administration tasks, everything will start from now onwards. Okay, so coming to the installation overview. Why? Because here we have some new joinees are there today to revise what we discussed in the last class. Okay, so in the last class we discussed about the SAP installation. So we did the SAP installation. So which one? So I think here all are familiar about the SAP, right? So what is mean by SAP and what are the modules we have in the team structure, like basis, security, functional, ABAP. So like that, we have the teams are there. In that, we are the basis consultants. So we are the technical basis consultants. So we'll do the technical work only, right? Some configurations, integrations, installations, like some other support level activities, maintenance related activities. That is our scope that we will discuss it out. But here, so all are familiar about the SAP, right? Anyone? They are not aware of what is this SAP and everything.
This is Mani here. So, Parimala, who has just joined, she doesn't have any background of SAP.
Okay.
So, how many classes were already completed? She has to catch up, I think.
No, no, that I will cover it, Mane. So that I will cover it, that one. So that only the installation topic is completed. The first point that is completed, installation topic. So,
Mhm.
but still, our guys are still practicing the installations. So that, so
Okay.
not a problem. But still, I can cover it. Don't worry. So I can cover the installation preparation activities. So everything I will cover it now. Okay. So I will cover it. So, but what is SAP? So this everything. So I will cover it after this session. After this session is completed, I will cover. So what is SAP? Like this kind of some demo introduction. So that I will cover it. Okay, don't
Yeah.
worry.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Any others? Okay, so not a problem. Okay, let's start. Let's start with the installation again. Again, we will start with the installation just to discuss the theoretical part about the installation. So to install the SAP, SAP means, as we discussed, right? SAP is the not one word. SAP, it contains many products, many technologies, many modules, right? So to install the SAP, SAP is the one of the application. As we know, SAP is the application. So as we discussed already regarding the versions information, so when it is they have released the ECC, S4 HANA, SAP 4.7, those things we already discussed, right? So coming to the SAP architecture, nowadays we are all are using the SAP, so R3 architecture, right? So it's a presentation layer, so and SAP application layer, and this is the database layer. This is the database layer which we are using. So this is the database layer. So normally, so all users, they are using the presentation layer, either their logon pad, their browsers, whatever it may be, the tools they are using to connect to the SAP applications. Maybe in this case, we will use the GUI, graphical user interface, or any browsers they are using. So through browser, they will launch the SAP application. So here, the user will do, the application will open from here. Then here, user will do the transactions here. They will open the SAP and they will do the transactions here. Once the transaction they have done, the data will be stored into the DB level in the form of tables. The database which we are discussing about the HANA database. So that we have not discussed about the HANA database. Just first part we are covering the SAP. The second part, we are going to cover the database. These are the two parts are in our scope of discussion, right? Then the first topic, SAP application layer. SAP is the one of the application. It's not like that database. It's not like that operating system. SAP is the application. In the applications, we have depends upon your business. You can install multiple, depends upon your business. You can install the multiple products, multiple technologies, multiple product versions. You can install it. Suppose if you have the live business, live transactional business, then you can install the SAP ECC, either ECC. The next version is called the S4 HANA. You can install it. Why? Because ECC in the next version is the S4 HANA. You can install it. You have the live business. So if you have the warehouse business, that time you can install the SAP BW product. You can install it. SAP BW. Like that, we have the SAP PO, SAP not the that is the one of the module. So that is also we can like PO. So BW and portal, NetWeaver comes under portal, NetWeaver systems, and SAP SAP MI. So SAP S4 HANA, that is also covered. SAP Fiori. So like that we have 150 plus modules are available in the market. So in that, the frequently used products are, these are the one. Apart from that, these are the business suites as well. SAP CRM, so SAP SRM, so and SAP ERP. Yeah, under the ERP we will come to all this one. But yeah, these are the, apart from that, we will also use the CRM, SRM. So this will have sales relationship management, customer relationship management. So all these products also we will use it here. So apart from that business, we will also use the other business suites as well. This all are comes under the ERP products only. Okay, this all are comes under the ERP products. All are comes under the ERP product. So SAP comes from ERP. ERP is the one of the software organization, software company, one of the software package. You will call it as the enterprise resource planning. So which means under the ERP, if I draw, who don't know about SAP, under the ERP we have SAP. Under the SAP again, so we have number of modules are available, number of modules. SAP just is the one of the SAP software we can install it. In SAP, which one you are going to install it, which one you are going to log in, which one you are going to, if it is a warehouse business, you can work it on the SAP BW system, SAP ECC system with a transaction, live transactions, portal integration purpose, SAP PO integrations purpose, portal we can use it in the portal screens. In the ATM front end missions, they will use the SAP portal screens. So NetWeaver, the base package. So MI servers and missionary servers in the shift management system, they will use it. So S4 HANA, that is a live transaction only. So that is for the ECC. The next version is the S4 HANA, which I discussed in the earlier class. Fiori app based. So like that, depends upon your business. The business is which is your business, they will use these products, right? Suppose if I take the Unilever products. Unilever, we have soaps business, shampoos business. So some other products also available in the biscuits, chocolates, number of them. Same as like Unilever is only one. It's not the one product. It contains the multiple products, right? Same as like SAP also, it's not the one word, one SAP product. Just there is no software like SAP. If you are installing the SAP, if you are working on the SAP means which one, which product, which technology we are going to work it out. So like that, you need to submit. But every organization definitely they require the SAP ECC, BW, portal. So maybe like DB database also they have to use it. Then so maybe if they have a CRM, they have some people they will use it. So like that, so PO they have to use it. So solution manager also they will use it. Solution manager also come from SAP product only. So what is the use of the solution manager means? So detailed discussion I will discuss in our classes, each and every product. But solution manager will monitor all these satellite systems. All these satellite systems will monitor it and will throw the alerts to our inbox if any issues. Not only monitoring, transports we can move it. So like that number of activities are there, it will come as part of our courses. Okay. So don't worry about that one. So every business most frequently they will use these products. Okay. So these products, to install these products, so if you want to work it out on the SAP application server, what we required here, what we required to install the SAP, what we required to log into the SAP, what we required. So we need to discuss about the some preparation activities, some pre-steps, that is called some pre-steps, installation pre-steps. So pre-steps we have to discuss about that one, installation pre-steps. What do you mean by installation pre-steps? Why we need to do the installation? To log into the SAP, definitely. So we have to do the some preparation activities. Otherwise, what happens during the installation itself? We need to do the all the preparation steps and everything. So it will take a lot of time. So to avoid that one, so we have to segregate the our activities like these steps, implement installations, then post steps. Like that, three ways, three types we can segregate it. Suppose like if you are purchasing the one car in the outside, you need to do the some preparation work, right? You from your side, you will do the some homework, some preparation work, documentations, loan processing. So all these things. So you have to do some preparation steps. Once the pre-work is done, directly you can go to the showroom and they will hand out the car. Then after that, they will hand out the call, they will do the some post steps, post modifications. Depends upon their requirement, they will do the some post modifications, right? Same as like in our scenario also, for SAP scenario also, same we have to do the some pre-steps, then installations, some post steps we have to perform it. Pre-steps means what? So pre-steps means here we need to discuss about the software requirements. What are the softwares we required? To install SAP, what are the software we required? Suppose normally you want to listen some music, right? You want to listen the music, or you want to listen the some you want to watch the one movie. What you will do, right? You will check. You will download the VLC media player, some other media player, then install it. You are downloading. That is the pre-activity, right? Installing, that is the main activity. Then after that, you are watching the you are adjusting the settings and sound settings. Then you are watching the movie, right? If you want to watch the one movie, you need to download it, install it, then so that is the reason software. What are the software you are downloading? Some media player software you are downloading. Same as like for SAP also, directly we cannot go and use the SAP. Here, the basis persons, the basis professionals, the basis architects, what they will do in the organization, they will get the requirements, they will gather the requirements, software requirements, then what are the hardware we have to use it. Then after that, they will install it. After installation, they will perform the post activities. After that, so other teams like functional developers, security, they will log in, they will do their development and functional scenario related activities, they will perform it. So, but first person who is touching here, basis person. So basis person is the main person for the organization, is the administrator, right? If you don't have basis teams, so server is down, then who will start? Until basis person comes, then he has to start the server, he has to check the issue, he has to fix the issue, he has to provide the RCA for that recurring issues. So that is the one. So here, so software requirements. Why? Because you are installing the SAP, directly you go and just click on the SAP. No, what you have to do here, we need to do the some software requirements we have to perform. What are the softwares we required here? Anyone knows here the batches, the who listen to the classes? Anyone knows what are the softwares we required here? So
SWPM.
yeah, SWPM, this is the software provisioning manager. So software provisioning manager. Okay, this is one of the software we required. So then this is the installation DVD, installation master, SAP INST. So where our installations, all SAP products related installations can starts from SWPM only. So SAP is like not one software. We have to download multiple softwares and we have to keep it ready, right? One is the SWPM. The second one is the exports, right? Then third one is the kernel. Then fourth one is the DB. The fifth one is the DB client, right? DB client. Then sixth one is the SAP host agent. So these are the softwares we have to download it and keep it ready. We have to softwares we have to download and we have to keep it ready. Sir, how to download this software? You told that SAP, if the media player is one media player, directly we can go it to download it, one media player, we can watch it. Sorry, here SAP contains the multiple softwares, we have to download it. Yes, it's true. We have to download multiple packages, multiple softwares, we have to download it. Multiple packages. Multiple means these are the softwares we required. Without this one, you cannot proceed at next step as well. Even you cannot click the next as well. Why? Because so SWPM it won't allow you to skip the either one of the softwares. Definitely you need to use this one. Definitely you need to use this one. So how to download these softwares then? Now you discussed about the software requirements we required. That is fine. We can somehow we can remember these words and everything. We can remember it. But how to download it, sir? So we have to go to the service marketplace. We go to the here. We have to go to the service marketplace, which means all SAP related sites like service.sap.com or support.sap.com. You have to log into the so all SAP related softwares are available here. service.sap.com or so support.sap.com. All SAP related support softwares are available here. So all SAP means what about? Suppose documentations, keys, license, so softwares, packages. So suppose anything you want. Suppose if you go the market, maybe if you go to the vegetable market, you will get all the vegetables, right? In one place, you will get all the vegetables in the market. That's why we will call it as the vegetable markets or fruit market, like that we will call it as. So for SAP also, if you go one site, you will download, you will find everything from here. But SAP software is not the open source. I think you know that word about the open source. Open source means it's not like that free softwares. You need the yes user ID here to download the SAP. So here you need yes user ID. Yes user ID means SAP user ID. You required to log into the SAP. Yeah, SAP site. Okay. Here it will start from S00 and number it will comes with this one. So this ID we cannot register it manually. So it will be provided by your organization, the company which you are working on. So that company will provide you the S user ID. Based upon this S user ID, based upon the S user ID, here you can download the softwares. So now let's see how to download the softwares quickly. Okay, I went to the support.sap.com. So when you go to the support.sap.com, here you can see here. So there is the icons here. This is called the tiles here, right? Tiles. We will call it as the tiles or icons in your language, whatever it may be. Okay. So here just click on the software downloads. Okay. Click on the software downloads. In the software download center, so here all the softwares are located, like alphabetical order. See here. Yeah, you can see all the softwares are allocated. Database related database softwares. You can see the database, DB2, SQL Server, Oracle, MaxDB, Sybase. So all the databases, HANA, everything here. This is after the installation. If you want to apply the patches and everything, you can use this tab. So installation purpose, you can use this tab. Here you can see here by alphabetical index. All softwares are located by alphabetical index. Suppose if you want to download the CRM related C means CRM, right? Here So B means banking related softwares. So B means BI softwares. B means so some other BW, BI, so some other softwares like E means ERP. So F means Fiori. So S means G means gateway. H means HANA. So it's kind of alphabetical, some order wise they have segregated MMI servers, right? Lumira, so MDM, so like that NetWeaver. So order wise they have segregated the software. It's not like that one place. So same as like we go to the marketplace, so onions in the one place, right? Chilies in the one place, right? So they have not combined all, right? It's in separate place. So we will go and we will purchase it, right? Same as like here also, they have mentioned as a alphabetical order wise. Here, here just download. Yeah, suppose you want to download the ECC 6.0, which will comes under the ERP, right? Just click on the E. E means ECC. Here, ERP, you need to choose it, ERP, right? Here you need to choose the ERP. E means, so many softwares will comes. Under here, so ERP 6.0, so 5.0, 6.0, then after that, enhancement packages, they have released it, right? EHP 1, 2, 3, that one we discussed already, the versions information. So I will share the versions related details video to our new guys so that they can refer it, right? So that is the latest version in the ECC 6.0, 8, EHP8, before that 7, 6, 4, 4. So why they are releasing the versions? In our mobile phone itself, we are every week we are getting the updates, means our app is getting upgraded every week. Why? Anyone knows why we are getting the updates? They are changing the versions, they are releasing into the market. Why? Why they are releasing the new versions into the market? Someone already told last week, last class. Why?
Developments.
Yeah, some there are some new developments. Maybe I can put this way, like new enhancements, new features. So new features, bugs in the existing product. So that they will not fix in this version. So they will create the new version, then they will create the new versions and they will release into the market. They will create the new version, they will release into the market. That's why EHP3, then they have some issues into here, then EHP4, then EHP 5, 6, 7, 8, then there is no 9 here, EHP 9, EHP 8, then they have stopped releasing the EHPs from here. They have stopped it. Why? Because SAP made a one statement here, the customers who are using the EHP, ERP, then they have to migrate to they have to convert their business to the S4 HANA. That is the 4th generation simplified business suite. That's already discussed in the, I will share that recording video as well. Okay. So don't worry. So EHP8, here you are doing the installation. So we have the IDS also available here. IDS means it's kind of testing related software here. Testing related means, so testing related means here, so some data, the pre-existing data from SAP. During the testing time, this will be available for the users testing time. This also you can download it, right? So, but here we are downloading the plain one we are downloading, which means so empty without data we are, because business required the without data. So we are downloading. So just, so here what we required here exports we required, exports, installation exports we required here. There are the total 4 DVDs here, 4 softwares here, 1x4, 2x4, 3x4, 4. These 4 softwares we have to download it. How to download means just click on this button, then automatically it will be downloading. See here, the part 1 is getting downloaded. The part 1 is getting downloaded. So like that, we need to download all the softwares here. All the softwares, we need to download it. All the softwares, we have to download it here, right? Then, so ECC, then client also available there. Then after that, then SWPM. So order you can follow, any order you can take it. Suppose like that ECC we have downloaded, right? ECC, that is the E, we went to here, we downloaded. Then SWPM. S means here S4HANA and all SWPM related. All the tools are available here, right? So you can come to the here. So you can just go to the SL tool set. Here there is a folder here. So all the tools related like some tool, STPI, STAPI. So all the tools like it will come from the SWPM tools. All the SWPM tools are available here, the plugins. So this is available in the SL tool set. SL means just to take a note down of some this question. Sometimes they may ask you question, what is mean by SL tool set here? So SL tool set means software logistics tool set. So they may ask you question. In one of the interview, they asked me this question. So what is this means? You will go to the SL toolset, you will download the SWPM, right? What is the SL toolset here? SL toolset means software logistics toolset. So here, so the tools related information is available here. So here we downloaded the SWPM exports. Now kernel, DB client, host agent, everything we can download it from the same order. We can download it. If you don't know how to navigate it, then here there is a search button, right? In the search button, just you can type, suppose host agent I require. Just type the SAP host agent, then you will get the host agent related softwares. You will get it out from here. So you can just browse it where the SAP host agent is available. Then you can download it. You can download the from here as well. You can download it, right? So suppose you don't know SAP HANA also where it is not available. Just we can type SAP HANA database here. That database you can click it, that will be installed. So otherwise, just to go to the here alphabetical index HANA, right? Just click on the H button. Here HANA, so platform edition we are using. The editions related information also we discussed. Platform edition, then HANA 2.0 installation, then the softwares we can download it. So here more information about the versions about HANA. When we are discussing about the HANA administration, that time we will get the more information about the HANA. Just click on this zip file, you will download it. It's very simple for downloading the software. If you know one thing how to download it, remaining all are simple. It's very simple to download, right? This is the way we have to download the softwares here. Any questions from anyone? For downloading the softwares. Why? Because we are discussing about the software requirements. For the software requirements, we need to keep it ready for the softwares. What happens if you don't ready, we can do during the installation. We can also download during the installation, but we have to wait till completion of the installation. Then we need to resume the installation activity. So there, our time consumptions are very high, right? Our time, we are wasting our time. That's the reason. So we are doing the preparation activities here. We are doing the preparation activities are here. So we don't waste any time during the installation time. Everything we ready. Then just we can go and install the softwares, right? So these are the installation software requirements. What about how to download means these are the site we have to use it. Do you need the user ID? Then you can go ahead and download it. So this is one of the interview questions they may ask you. How to download the softwares or packages or media? Sometimes they may ask you technically media, packages, softwares. So like that they may ask you. You have to tell one word, service marketplace. We have to go to the service marketplace with user ID. So then we have to download all the respective softwares. That is enough. So that is enough. Then what are the softwares you required? Then in that case, the answer is like this is the one. What are the installation prerequisites? Means so we have to download the respective packages. Then also we have to clearly mention the hardware requirements as well. Hardware requirements as well. What are the hardware requirements we required here? Hardware requirements. To perform the installation, first we need to download the softwares or hardware requirements, then followed by the software requirements we need to carry forward. What are the hardware requirements? Here we need to work with our Windows or Linux administrator. So to get this hardware and everything is done set up. So For hardware means the operating systems and size, RAM size we required. Then storage, which means disks, which is called the drives, right? Then network, what type of network we required here. So you need what type of network, bandwidth. So all these things we need to discuss about this one, and the database, which database we have to install it. So that everything we can discuss, right? So this all comes under the hardware requirements. Hardware requirements. So hardware requirements, which means what hardwares we require. Suppose if you install some other software, you downloaded the Linux, means it cannot be. Why? Because so few softwares will work on the Windows, few will work on the non-Windows. Like that, you have to download it, right? Here also we are installing the SAP. SAP application means once the business is live, you cannot go ahead and again uninstall it. Why? Because the live business, live data, live transactions, so everything will be stored into the your system level, so that you cannot go ahead. So that before you releasing to the users, then you have to be careful. You have to specially, like, we have to carefully perform the hardware sizing. We have to carefully perform it. We have to carefully perform the sizing. We have to carefully perform it. Otherwise, what happens? We may get the performance issues and everything. Okay, it will create the problems. So that while performing the hardware requirements, we have to carefully perform the. So which OS flavor? SAP can be installed on the any OS, any operating systems, any server edition operating system, either Windows Server Edition, right? Either Windows Server Editions or non-Windows like Linux flavor. Linux flavor also we can install it, either Windows and Linux. Same database itself, SAP applications, ECC or BW we can install on the any DB. Any DB means SQL Server, DB2, MaxDB, Sybase. So any database we can install it, right? Any database and HANA we can install it. So any OS, any database. These two we are clear, right? These two we are clear. Any database, so any operating system you can install it. They may ask you questions. So can I install my ECC on the only Windows, or can I install on the both the operating systems? We can install on the both the operating systems, not a problem. There is no restrictions for the SAP. But HANA, we have the restrictions. That time we will discuss about the HANA, right? So for Windows, we can in Windows also we can Windows Server Edition also we can install the SAP. Linux flavor also we can install the Red Hat Linux, so C Linux, Solaris. So many operating systems are there in the market. You can install it. But what about the RAM? Sir, how to estimate the RAM size then? Can I directly take the, so maybe can I directly take the like 2 GB, 3 GB, 4 GB, 5 GB like that? No, don't do that one. Why? Because there is a specific sizing we have to perform it. For especially for the RAM size, here we need to take care of, we need to perform the RAM sizing using the two ways. One is the fixed sizer tool, SAP fixed sizer tool, SAP. They have SAP. This is one of the web-based tool, browser-based URL. This is the URL. So there we have to create the project. Then we have to provide the how many users we have to. So actually this meeting will be end only 40 minutes left. So then, okay. So like that, so we have to using the Pixizer tool. Pixizer tool is the one of the web-based tool. From here, we have to calculate the RAM size. Here, any SAP product, the sizing is very important here. The sizing, hardware requirements, softwares anyone can download. Even if I ask my kid, she will download. Go ahead and download the softwares means one time if I show to her, she will download it. Anyone can do. But the sizing is very important for us. Why? Because, so suppose, just example, I will not take more than 2 minutes here. Okay. If you are purchasing the one mobile phone, you are going to the Amazon and Flipkart, some other websites, and you are comparing the specifications, your sizing, your estimation, your data storing into the mobile phone, how much hardware RAM is required, how much internal storage, what is the OS, what are the future, like that you are searching, right? Even at least mobile phone. But SAP is the live business support. Live business we are doing in the SAP level, live business, which means how much architects, how much they can think, and they can do the sizing for the each SAP system. So they will use this SAP quick sizer tool. Architects will use the SAP quick sizer tool. They will calculate the RAM size. They will get the RAM size here. They will get the RAM size. So once we get the RAM size, based upon the RAM size, we can get the CPUs, then file systems, space. SAP, the space is not like that much, not required. The size, the space. Why? Because storage is very important here. To install, when you are installing SAP, it occupies some space, some storage at level. It's like if you need 200 GB free space is required here. That simply we can say. But the network, we can simply say, network we can simply 1 Gbps, that we can say 1 gigabytes per second. Database, any database, drives. So maybe you require the one drive, either C drive or D drive or E drive. One drive is required at Windows level. So Linux level, one separate mount point is required. That is called the USR SAP. That we can simply say. But here the problem is getting the RAM size is very important. The estimation is very important. So without RAM size, if your calculation is wrong with respective to the RAM size, then you may get your business may get the performance issues. So the RAM size is very important. For that one, SAP delivered, we have some tools that is called the SAP quick sizer tool. We have the quick sizer tool, that is a web-based tool. We can get it from SAP. So web-based quick sizer tools, we can get it out. That is the quick sizer tool. Here, using the quick sizer tool, we can get the how much RAM size, how many CPUs we can get, disk space, how much, IO capacity, input output capacity, how much we required, everything we can gather it. So you can see here. So user sizing, maybe how can we calculate, sir? The RAM size, how can we do that one? Based upon the users, yes. Then based upon the data, yes. Yes, you can see here. User-based sizing and throughput-based sizing we can do. How much data, maybe functional team knows how much data will come as in 1 year. Into 5 years, they will calculate it. So how many users in first year? So like that, they will do the estimation. Then they will go to the quick sizer tool. Then they will calculate they will click the hyperlinks and they will do that one. Even for HANA also, we can do the sizing tools. We can do that one. So they can create the project. Then they will give the inputs, like we can create the project name here. Then we can create the project, and we can give the inputs like how many users, functional, like data, concurrent users. All the inputs we can provide it, we can feed it. Just click on the OK button. Then you will get the RAM size, how much RAM size we required, how much space required, what are the file systems, how many CPUs required. Normal estimation. So normally for SAP, for our installation purpose, not the real time. Minimum, if you have the 8 GB RAM is there, only this training systems, we can do the installation. But the real time systems, minimum 16 GB is required. Minimum in the real time, 16 GB is enough. Minimum 16 GB is required for the real time systems. For us, for practicing, 8 GB is enough for practicing purpose only. Don't apply these conditions in the real time scenarios. Only normal. Any system, if you take small system, 16 GB is enough for the normal SAP systems. Based upon the 16 GB, you can get the RAM size, CPU size. How many CPUs we required? So normally, if it's the on-premises, so one CPU will handle the 14 GB of RAM memory. If it is the cloud-based, you will get the cloud-based. There is a vCPU concept, virtual CPU concept. Here we have the physical CPU concept, vCPU. So vCPU concept, here the virtual CPU concept. You will get confused. I know this cloud. What is this cloud and on-premises? So we have some cloud topics as well. You will get more on this one. For now, just remember this word, vCPU concept, virtual CPU concept. Okay. So here, each CPU will occupy the 7 GB of RAM memory. Will support the 7 GB of RAM. 7 GB of RAM. So which means 7 GB of RAM. So which means 2 virtual CPUs equals to 1 physical CPU. One physical CPU is supporting the 14 GB means 2 virtual CPUs will support the 14 GB. So this is the CPUs based calculations we have to perform it, right? So this is the cloud part, entire cloud part. Just ignore it now. Ignore it now. Don't take it in your mind. Why? Because you will get confused. I know you have seen today a lot of technical words today. Lot of technical words today. Lot of technical fixer tool, everything. I know it's very some new people. It's very hard to digest all these things, but so don't worry. Going forward, you will get understand these concepts and everything. Only this estimation is required. Okay, so I'm not going like that's why if you are confusing, that's why I'm not going to discuss about the more on the how to go to quick sizer tool. Just you can remember the using the quick sizer tool, we can calculate the RAM size. That's it. Okay, so based upon the minimum how much is required, 16 GB. Okay, so one CPU or 2 CPUs we required here. One socket, there is a cores, threads. That is the concept different. You can just ignore it that part. You can remember about the hardware requirements means what is the OS, how much RAM size, how many disks we required, network, and what is the network and the DB. If we all are ready, we can download the softwares and we can install it. Right? We have all are ready. Then we have downloaded the all the softwares. This is our operating systems. Everything is ready. You can see here our RAM size is the 25 GB and CPUs, 4 CPUs or 6 CPUs are available here. So then everything is ready. We have this dedicated one drive for the SAP here that is having the 600 GB. Why? Because we are doing the multiple installations that is ready. Then you can see the SAP softwares also we have downloaded. So here we have the exports, DB client, host agent, kernel, SWPM, and DB. All softwares are ready here to do the installation. Whatever that we discussed from starting of the class to till date, everything is ready now, right? Everything, all softwares are ready. So these softwares are available in the E drive, SAP softwares. Here all are available. You can do the installations, right? As we discussed the installation, you can go to the SWPM. You can start the installations. That is what we are discussing, right? That is what we covered in the last class, right? Up to like hardware requirements, software requirements, so and also downloading the softwares, then installation. Only installation part we left it. Now we will cover the installation as well. So can we cover the installations as well once again, giving the inputs, or can we discuss tomorrow? What about the new guys? So for old guys, so please excuse me on this today, because this topic we already covered. Just excuse me. So what about the new one? New guys, new people. Formula, are you able to understand here? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue.
So you understand what we discussed till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand these concepts like hardware requirements, software requirements?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me what are the softwares we required here?
Software is required.
Yeah. What are the
Exports, kernel, DB client.
Okay. Any other?
SAP host agent.
Yeah. So yeah, excellent, Varmula. Good. Even first class itself, you remembered all these things. Excellent, good. So yes. So yeah, just okay. One word. Let me say when you are speaking with someone, don't call it as the SAP. Just SAP.
Okay.
Okay. That is
Okay.
one word.
Yes.
Not for you. It's for everyone. It's for me as well. Okay. So don't call it as the
Yes.
SAP. Okay. Don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So okay, let's discuss the SAP installation now. Okay, we have downloaded all the softwares, right? That's the reason preparation activities we told that we have to ready with the all the softwares and all the hardware, OS, everything we should be ready, right? Now let's discuss, let's do the installation now. Okay, installation, we are doing the installation now. Okay, so for the installation, what is the first software? SWPM, we need to open it. Just double click on the SWPM. Okay, then Just click on the SAP INST. Under the SAP SWPM, under the SWPM, so we have SAP INST software is there. SAP INST, just one file is there. We need to click on. So normally when you go to the any software, if you download it, there is a setup.exe something is there, right? That you will download it, right? Setup.exe and everything. Same as like here also, something like that. Here instead of setup.exe, here you will click the SAP INST. Just double click it. The software provisioning manager will open. This will open the URL in the browser. So that URL is very important. They may ask you interview questions, interview point of time, like what is the port number for the SWPM? What are the softwares you required? They are not going to ask like how to do the installation and everything. What are the softwares you required? What are the tools you will use it? So what is the port number for the SWPM? So these things they may ask you during the interview. But because in the 30 minutes time, they are not going to cover it entire step by step. Just they may ask you. So this is the port number. This is the URL. When you open the SWPM, the host name, the port number, this is the port number. 4237 is the port number for the SWPM. It's a very, very important. Using the SWPM, we can do the installations, uninstallations, rename, some other installations. So everything we can do that one, right? So this is the one. This is the port number. This is a very, very important software, SWPM. Without SWPM, you cannot perform the any SAP product installation. So SWPM is the very important. So here, one thing I would like to mention, exports. SWPM is common for all the SAP products. Kernel is common, DB is common, DB client is common. So SAP host agent is common for everything. But exports may change. Why? Because if all are changed, then what is the difference between the PO, portal, NetWeaver, S4HANA, ECC, and BW? What are the differences? How can we call it as the everything is same, but how can it go? Here, exports may change. Exports may change, depends upon your product. Suppose you are installing the ECC, then you need to download the ECC exports. If you are installing the PO, you need to download the PO exports. Portal exports, you need to download it. Then S4HANA exports, you need to download it. So Fiori exports, you need to download it. So exports may change, depends upon, but remaining can be reused. Remaining all softwares can be reused. Expect. So exports will be changed, right? Depends upon this one. You need to use this one. So that's why we are downloading the ECC. Then ECC exports, ECC on EHP HANA database. We have downloaded softwares so that HANA database softwares are available. Then client also, it's like HANA database soft client. Then host agent, kernels common, this one common, exports, ECC exports. These are the ECC exports we downloaded and extracted and keep it ready for the installation. Okay, just open, then provide the username. When you open the SWPM, okay, for everyone, then which user you started the SWPM. Suppose I started with the administrator user, then I need to use the administrator user. Then the password you have to provide it. For the new guys who don't have access, let me know. Ping me in the WhatsApp. I can create the user IDs for you. Okay, so see here we have opened the SWPM tool. If you want to install the S4HANA, you can also use the here NetWeaver, Business Suites, Solution Manager, MDM, everything we can do the installation using the SWPM. As I told you, right, the softwares are common for all SAP products except exports. So here we are installing the ECC available here. SAP Business Suite 2016, here it is available. Just expanding. So here we can see here SRM also we can do, SCM also everything, ERP also we can do the installation. We are installing the ERP, right? Just open this one. So as I told you, right, ECC or SAP can be installed on any database, either the DB2, MaxDB, SQL Server, Oracle, HANA, Sybase. So here we can install any SQL Server also, we can do the installation. But the latest trending is HANA database, right? We can discuss, we can choose everything is in the HANA database only. Then HANA. Then we are doing the installation. Just click the installation. Then application server we are installing. SAP app server we are installing here. This is the application. SAP is the application server, right? Application server we are installing here. That is the reason I choose the application server. So here, so SAP, we can install the three ways, either the standard installation, distributed, and high availability. What is mean by standard here? Standard means all will be in one host, which means Midra. Okay, all will be in the all means, suppose this is our host. Host means this is our host operating system. Here you are installing SAP here, DB here, both are in the one host you are installing. Both are you are installing the HANA, one host, which means one operating system you are installing the both, which means standard installation, single installation, right? But distributed means, so here one operating system is required. If one is down, operating system having issues, it will affect to the SAP and DB. Less cost, less license, but risk is high, right? But distributed means SAP is on one host. Here you need the two operating systems. SAP we can install on the one host. Database we can install on the one host. Then this is called the distributed. This is called the distributed model. Distributed. So which means you can see here distributed means, so mandatory instances. So here ACS and primary applications are on one host or different host, and the database is on the one host, we can install it, which means, so instead of, see, this is the SAP, this is the DB. Here two operating systems, two license, two maintenance activities, two types we have to do the monitoring, everything will be two. Why? Because DB on the one host, SAP on the one host, but risk is minimum here, right? Why? Because, so here if this is down, there is no impact on the database, right? This will be up and running, right? So that is the reason the risk is minimum here. So that is the reason. But here cost perspective, the cost is very high here. Cost is very high here. So that's the reason. So we have to, that is the SAP means some customers they will prefer the distributed. Some customers for the non-production systems especially, they will go for the single standard installations, right? So this is the one. The next one, high availability. High availability means, so they have some separate data centers. Like one data center, they will install the SAP and the DB, and one more data center, they will install the HA. This is called the HA, high availability concept. So this is the one data center. This is in the one country. This is in the one country. So different data center. Both are in the different data centers. So all users will connect to the most of the banking sector or critical applications. They will use the high availability concept. This is the primary. This is the primary data center. Then this is the secondary data center. Here SAP and DB installed. Here data center also SAP and DB installed. Everything is running fine. The data sync will happen from the due to replication. The data sync will happen to primary and secondary. The replication will go. Okay. So during the our database topic, you will get the detailed discussion how the replication works, how the data replicate will go from primary to secondary. So here, so all users are connecting to the SAP and they are working on the data center. Suddenly, due to the power issues or due to floods or due to some disasters, this data center is completely switched off. Some issues are happened. Then one country they have business stopped means, and they have the other countries as well, the business. Then that will also stop, right? Why? Because all will connect to the one SAP application, they will do the business. But to avoid this business loss applications, so we have one more option, it's called the secondary. They will connect to the DR or availability system, one more secondary node, and they will do the business here. Even though it is down, then all service will fail over to secondary and they can start working on it. Meanwhile, we can start working on the fixing the issues on the primary system. More will come, more to come on the during the DB topic time. So don't worry. Why? Because due to some time constraints, I'm going a little bit fast. So don't worry. Okay, so this is the way we have to do the installation. So standard installation, distributed, high availability. We are doing the standard installation, just application server above, under the installation, database. Once you choose the database, then installation, we are doing the installation. Yes, application server we are installing, then standard. Just click on the standard, then we have to, it will ask the parameters. We have to define the parameters here. Here we have to define the parameters. Define the parameter in the sense like, so whatever the softwares we have downloaded, those softwares we have to provide it to the here. Those softwares we have to provide it to the here. So here it will ask it sum total. So here one more thing here we need to provide the, so one more thing we have to provide the SID, the technical terms here. That is also we discuss SID. So for SAP, we have to provide the naming conventions here. Somehow we will put the birth, like namings to the birth babies. For the once the baby is born, then we will provide the namings, right? Maybe 3 letters or 2 letters or 4 letters or 5 letters. We are providing the names to that baby to identify, right? To identifying the baby in the world, in the so in the home, maybe. So we are giving the names to the baby, right? Same as like for SAP also. So we are providing the name. That name we will call it as the here SID, system identification. Then instance number we have to choose it. Instance number. Instance number is like Aadhaar card number. Same as like SAP SID. We have the name. Suppose if you ask me Ravi, we have the in one street we have the 3 or 4 members are there. Then how can we identify which is the correct Ravi? Then based upon the instance number, we can identify which one is the correct SAP system. We have to connect it. Why? Because based upon this one only, we will connect to the SAP systems. Respect to the particular SAP systems, we will connect it. System identification. So it should be 3 alpha numeric characters. 3 alpha numeric characters here. 3 alpha numeric characters, which means it should not be like that. The first it is the character. Like so numbers. Sorry, number. It should be like characters, either A to Z, anything like X, Y, Z, or ABC, or ECD, something like that. We can choose it. So, but not like that. Not like that. One AB. There is no nothing like that. So number should not become front. Okay, but it's not like it's like that. A11, A23, something like that. We can choose it, but number should not become front. That is the restrictions we have to follow. That is the conditions we have to apply when you are choosing the SID here. Here we need to choose the either typical or custom. So typical means parameter mode. Typical means so which means you can use with the default settings. Default settings you can use it. So custom mode means more prompts we will get it out. Each and every prompt we will have to enter the parameters. So normally we can choose either the typical or custom. There is nothing, but SAP is nothing. So just only small change here. So I choose the typical here. Just click on the next button here. This is the SWPM screen here to perform the SAP installations. So then this is the log files here. Here you can see the log files, SAP inst.log file, SAP inst_dev.log file. These 2 log files are very important to know what's happening with the SAP installations. You open this one, you will get here what exactly happening with the SAP installation here. So each and every time the logs will be updated. If any error comes, something is happened, the logs will be updated here. So that's the reason. So here SAP inst.log file. So these log files are very important. Here it is asking the SID. Without this one, can we proceed? We cannot proceed with this one. See here, SAP SID is the identifier for SAP system. It must be unique throughout your landscape. It must be unique. SAP also saying that it should be unique, right? So that's why how we are choosing the names for the birth baby. Same like here also we need to choose it. Same as like here also we need to choose the, so SIDs we have to choose it clear. Okay. So here some recommendations from SAP. Depends upon the your product. Suppose you are using the ECC product. So few customers they will choose like, okay, ECC development, right? Then ECC quality, right? So then ECC production, like that the landscape they will put the SIDs here. Suppose NetWeaver, then they will use the NetWeaver development, NetWeaver quality, NetWeaver production. Suppose S4HANA development, S4HANA quality, S4HANA production, like that they will put the naming conventions. So some HANA, right? So HANA HDB, HD1 or HANA development, HANA quality, HANA HQB, some HNQ, something like that they will put the naming conventions. Depends. By seeing this one, then we can simply understand, okay, this is the ECC development. By seeing this SAD, we can say same as like how we will put the namings to the our kids. Same as like the first letter should be the father or mother or grandfather. The second letter should be the different. The third letter should be is the different. Something like that we will put, right? Same as like here also. Recipe we will put it here to simply identification purpose, right? So that is the reason. If you put ABC, what is mean by ABC here? What is mean by ABC here? There should be some naming convention, right? There should be some information, right, about the ABC XYZ. So that's why if you have some naming conventions, so then you can put it out. Here, what SID we will give it? ECP production we already installed here. The production we already installed. We will install ECD, D development we will install it, right? So development. D I have given. This is a ECC system development I can give it. So FQDN is not required here. Domain name not required. Just I unchecked it out. So domain name means, so if you go any site mycompany.com, that is called the domain names. Here domain name means this is the domain name. So sap.com is the domain name here. .com is the domain name here. The domain name is not required. So password for all users. I'm setting the password for all users here. So then just click on the next button. So are you getting? Are you able to understand, or shall I continue tomorrow? New guys. Or will you guys continue the installation topic? Or shall I continue the installation topic? Your wish.
Let's continue, sir.
Let's continue, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If you're okay to continue, let's continue.
I
sir.
am okay.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
sir.
we'll
Thank
finish
you.
it then. We'll finish it today, installation. Why?
Mm.
Because the new guys today who are there here, sorry, the previous guys, last class guys, they already knows about this installation. They can help you,
Okay.
Parimala. They can help you.
Yes.
The new guys who are there, they can help you about these things and
Mhm.
everything. Okay, so let's see, like nothing like that. In a few more minutes, we are going to complete the installation as well. Okay, so here, once you provide all these details, here it is asking the DB details. Why? Because SAP is depend on the DB, right? This is the database. SAP where it is dependent on database, where it is sitting on top of the database. SAP is sitting, which means without database you cannot install the SAP. That is the main reason. So how the basement is very important for the one building, same as like for SAP, the DB is very important here. On top of DB, we have to install. On top of DB, we have to install the SAP. It's not like that. So bottom of the DB, top of the DB, we have to install it. It's a very important point you can remember. So here you need to provide our database host details. Our database host name is SAP Linux 1. The SID is ECD, which we are putting, right? Instance number is, so DB SID HDB, sorry. So instance number 00. So password system user, that is fine. Just click with the next button. What here it will do, it will check the connectivity. It will check the connectivity of the database. You provided the correct details or wrong details, it will check. Okay, if you provided the correct details, then it will detect it. Okay, it will detect it. Yeah, it's correctly provided, it checked it. So then it will go to the next screen. If you provide the wrong details, here, something software got corrupted, then as WPM it won't go fast. Next screen. So here it is asking the, please specify the specify the location of the media. Which media? Kernel. These files are called the kernel files, which we have already in the, we can browse it, go to the E drive, SAP software, kernel, right? Just click on the kernel software folder. Okay, just click on the next button. Then it will scan all the kernel files. Blindly it won't take the files. Just if you open the SAP inst.log file, you will see what exactly it is reading in the kernel directory. If something got corrupted, then immediately it will detect the issues. So kernel is the very important concept here. So, but here the log files are very important here. Sometimes during the interview, they may ask you, okay, you done the installation, you got the some error, where can you go ahead and check the logs? Here logs, we can say like SAP inst.log file, we can check it out. SAP inst.log file or SAP inst_dev.log file, we can check the log files here, right? The main important log file is the SAP inst.log file is the very important log file here. Everything will be recorded here. Interview point of time, what are the log file you will refer, what are the tools you required, what are the softwares you required, what is the port number for the SWPM, so how to download the softwares, to log into the SAP marketplace, what user ID you required, then what is the minimum RAM should be required, space should be required. So all these things, whatever we discussed, they may ask you questions. So you have to carefully prepare, carefully remember all these things. See here, it is reading. Simply we provide the files, it's not taken. It's reading. Everything it is reading. Everything it is reading. All the files it is reading. So then once everything is okay, then we will get the prompt to go next screen. Otherwise, we may get the errors that we can see. We have seen right in the last class. Same as like here as well. Yeah. So now it's scanned. Then we'll see if you scroll down, it will show result like status available, 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 which means it's scanned. Everything is ready to proceed. Click on the next button. Here, inputs we have to provide it. Inputs we have to provide it. Once you provide the inputs, then so it will start installing on the this phase. Just for we have to defining the parameters here. Defining the parameters means it will what are the softwares we downloaded, like host agent, exports, kernel, SWPM, everything whatever we downloaded, then those locations it will ask us. Then so we have to provide that one. Here it is saying that prerequisites checker results, which means swap size we have to mention. Just click on the button, just click on the no. Means we are skipping the prerequisites. Here swap size we have to maintain it here. So it's not required for our training systems, right? It's not, but real-time systems we need to maintain the swap size. Means you have to go to this PC, properties, then advanced, here performance, here advanced, here go to the here we have to maintain the swap size here. Here we have to maintain the swap size here. Swap size we have to paging space we have to maintain here. So we have to maintain here. Just click on the OK button. But if we maintain now, it will ask, do you want to restart now? Later we can perform it, right? This is the swap space. So means virtual memory. That one we have to maintain it here. That is the main here, but that's not required here. The host agent also, it's asking like host agent already installed. Do you want to upgrade? It's not required. We already installed the latest version only. Just click on the next button. First time when you are installing this host, it will ask the host agent. Second time we are installing same host, different SID we are installing, right? So this is not required. So local client directory, right? Local client directory. So then, so if you want to maintain the local client directory, that is fine. If you want to centralize the client directory, that is also fine. Local means it will create the folder under the USR SAP SID. Under the SID, it will create the HDB client. So central means under the central location, one client directory. Means you don't need to install the multiple clients, one client. So multiple user stores will be created. That is also possible. So then you choose the local, right? then it is asking the HANA client, DB client. DB, we have chosen the parameter. Now we are giving the DB client. This is our DB client we have. We have chosen the SAR file. Just click on the next pattern. Then it is preparing, it is going next screen. Right? HANA client, it is discussing now. It is reading HANA client. It's not like that you are providing the software, immediately it will blindly, it won't talk it. It will clearly read it, what is there, whether it's correct or not. So we have given the kernel, we have given the DB client, host agent, these all are completed, right? Now exports is pending now. It may ask the exports as well now, right? Exports as well now. Just click on the next button. So here just nothing is there in the SWPM. Nothing is rocket science. Everything you can do that one. Simply like what you need to do, you need to browse it. Whatever it is asking, installation exports it is asking. Then go to the softwares, SAP software, exports, right? Exports. This is the exports actually. You need to download this exports path. Just click on the OK button. Then here. Why? Because we have downloaded and keep it ready for installations here. Keep it ready for installation. That is the reason we are giving. Suppose if you don't do as part of the preparation activities, what we have to do? Now it is asking the export. Now we have to go to the service marketplace, download it. We have to wait until completion. Then again, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we have to do the installation. Why? Because software downloads. Same as like now itself we are doing that one. That is the reason. So we are doing, this is the last phase actually. Why? Because we have already provided everything we have provided. The next small prompts which will come. Just click on the next button. That's enough. Only providing the path of these softwares are very important. Which path? If you provide the wrong path, some tool, SWPM tool, it won't detect. So whatever it is asking, you have to provide that location. If that files are correct, it will go to the next. So here SWPM, it will take 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It will take it verifying the softwares. Why? Because for ECC, we have total 11 exports actually. 11 export softwares. NetWeaver 3 exports only, right? For S4HANA, it's like 30 exports we have. So it's very dangerous installation, S4HANA installation. So it's very time consuming installation. It's very simple installation. Within 2 hours, it will be complete. ECC 11 exports, which means it will take 4 hours for completion of the installation. Installation called big install software level. Big installation is the SAP installation is the very huge installation, time consuming installation. Other softwares will complete very soon, but SAP installation will take a lot of time. That's why we may get the lot of questions on the SAP side only. Export one, signed, accepted, verified, signed, accepted.